Hello, I'm Robert Kelly. I've been eating ribs and cookie dough ice cream, and this is a Record All Monsters Mailbag. And I'll edit in the theme here. There you go. Yeah, maybe I'll keep that in.
Maybe.
So it's another Record All Monsters Mailbag episode. Mailbags are fun, even when we don't have a lot of mail, because I'm here, as always, with my wife and producer, Mrs. Courtney Meisner Kelly.
Hi.
And she has mail for us. These are real emails taken from the Record All Monsters, recordallmonsterspod@gmail.com email account, which is the official account for our show, where you can reach us.
Here's the mail, it never fails.
We don't want to get sued.
Yep.
Like we're on anyone's radar for... Well, Toho did, you know. Anyway. We also...
What?
I told y'all about that I had the music in one of the episodes in Toho when I was put it on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
Flagged it.
I thought this was something else.
No, same one. So, why don't you read the second thing on that sheet first? It's a review, right?
Yes. Okay, we have a 5-star podcast review from Zach. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you, Zach.
It says, they really do record all monsters. Learned about them through Podcasters Assemble. As a fan of Kaiju and Godzilla, I'm having a great time listening to some of my favorites and learning about others I never knew existed. Thanks for the history and insight. It's great. Yay! Thank you, Zach.
Thank you, Zach. We really appreciate it. Thank you also to Eric and Tyler at Podcasters Assemble. I think I've met them before. Tyler invited me to join, and Eric was who I wound up talking with most of the time. Both extremely pleasant, great guys.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Fun to listen to.
And it was very nice. And you also can review our show.
Should the fancy strike?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, it helps us out a lot. And tell your friends about it. What do we got next, Courtney?
TeePublic partner application approved. Thanks for signing up for our TeePublic partnership program. Upload and add designs. There are 2 ways to get designs into your store. Upload your own. You can find our uploader by hovering over your icon on the top right-hand corner. You can find a great walkthrough of our uploader here. Curate from the TeePublic Marketplace. Any design on TeePublic can be added to your store. Just click the plus merch store button on anything you want to curate. Just so you know, we ask that all partners promote their TeePublic store at least once a month. You can let us know how we can help you with that. We'd love to see how you share your store with your fans. Want to send us your first post about TeePublic?
This is how we're sharing with our fans. We're building it into a correspondence episode.
Yeah.
So, we have had a TeePublic store for some time, as you may know. However, this week we were approved for an affiliate partnership.
Woo!
We're an affiliate partner with TeePublic. We have 5 designs up. And actually, when we announce Season 2 formally, which will be sometime this summer, most likely, we're going to put a design up on the store that has all the posters that we're planning on covering for Season 2. Which is similar to our Season 1 poster shirt design. But I've gotten better at using Canva since I did the first design. And this one looks nicer. I have gone back and fixed the original one.
Yeah, I'm working on a design too.
Courtney has a great idea for a design, very 80s influenced, and that will be up as soon as she's happy with it.
Yeah, I'm still tweaking it.
So, what do we got next, Courtney?
From Grace Digital Support. Hi Robert, I'm really sorry. I don't know why this is happening. Our database pulls from the Apple Podcast database. I've also entered it using the RSS feed you provided below, and still only get the 3 lists below, which are very good, by the way. I'll have our engineers look into it and let you know what I mean. I'm not sure what that is.
So, once again, I have put that in there to take care of some housekeeping. Recently, we had a few listeners, or would-be listeners, to the show contact me and ask me some questions about Grace Digital came up twice, but a couple of other internet radio devices were not picking up our full list of episodes from our RSS feed that Anchor provides, which I contacted Anchor. And they got back to me and they said this is really the RSS feed is showing up properly. I also took the RSS feed and applied it to several different web browsers and devices, and it was working properly. So I took it upon myself to continue to distribute to manually distribute shows outside of the Anchor family. I also did contact Apple, since Grace Digital and these other services were pulling from the Apple feed. From what I can see, Apple is pulling up all episodes, though depending on your browser and what device you're listening to, they may be blocking the most recent episodes because you're not on an Apple device.
Oh.
So I wonder if that plays into it. They didn't tell me that. That is, they have not gotten back to me since I told them that I do not have any Apple devices.
But it's been known to happen.
Yeah. So, in addition to that, I wanted to let you all know, in my crusade to be distributed, we are now distributed on many more podcatchers, podcast platforms, whatever you call them. You're right, I say the same thing that you do, because you're right. You're just right, and when you're right, you're right. I'm not stalling while I pull something up.
It's been quite a week.
Yeah.
Already.
But, so of course you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. According to my statistics, that's where most of y'all are listening. But we've added a whole bunch. We're on iHeartRadio, Podcast Republic, Podcast Addict, Acast, Deezer, Listen Notes, Podbean, Audible, and Amazon Music. Those just came through yesterday. That was exciting. Stitcher, Podchaser. Stitcher was also yesterday. That was exciting.
Yay!
Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Overcast, Castbox, Breaker, and of course we're on Anchor. Those are all places you can listen to us, and I believe several of those, including Amazon Music, and there's another one we just got this afternoon. I don't think I've updated the list with it yet. Called TuneIn.
Ooh.
I believe TuneIn and Amazon Music you can access through internet radio devices. So if that's any help, And of course, those of you who've actually emailed me about this probably can't hear this to know, but I wanted to let anyone who's having any problems who is getting the episodes know that I'm working on getting it distributed as far as possible and not just, passively. And I am in contact. I'm trying to be in contact with as many distributors as possible. Make sure, you can hear us. All right. What's next?
Next.
Oh, before that, actually, I will be getting back to those of you on email who have contacted me, just to hopefully you've been able to hear more episodes now that we've got more distribution, especially through things that focus on internet radio. Hello, I'm Robert Kelly, host and writer of Record All Monsters, and this is an ad for Anchor. That's right, it's an ad for Anchor, and if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. I was really intimidated at first to start this show until I heard about Anchor, and there were a few things that made me feel more at ease to begin. First of all, it's free. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so that it can be heard on a number of platforms, including whichever one you're listening to it on right now. You can even make a little money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And even their ads are easy. The mandatory call to action is something I can state freely. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Doesn't that feel good? This has been an ad for Anchor, and I've been Robert Kelly, host and writer of Record All Monsters. Alright, I'm sorry, go ahead. What's next?
Thank you for your feedback. Here's a free fry on us from Wingstop. Free regular size seasoned fry with your next purchase of wings or tenders. Expires 14 days after issue.
Okay. I can work with that. I think the last time I was at Wingstop was almost 2 weeks ago exactly.
Dang.
So, I guess I'll try and have Wingstop for lunch tomorrow. I'll chance it.
Yeah, I can't have wings right now.
Yeah. So it'll just be a little treat for me.
Maybe I can have the seasoned fries.
The last time I had Wingstop was at lunch at work. And I got 10 spicy Korean barbecue wings. Mm-hmm. They were really good.
Yeah.
But also those really build on each other. And so by wing 6, I was like...
The slow burn.
Yeah, and then at wing 10, I think you came into the break room.
Yeah.
Like, how are you doing?
And I saw his face red and watery.
My face was red, my nose was running, my eyes were watery. And I was talking from here.
And that's pretty much why I can't eat them right now.
But they were so good. Oh, they were so good. I just should have. And they were like, "You want some celery?" They're like, "Nah, it'll be good." I should have got some celery.
Yeah, you gotta have that palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Also, it has fiber.
Between wings. Yep. I'm gonna edit that out.
Oy.
But I'm gonna leave in remarks talking about that I edited something out. And you're never gonna know what it was. You're never gonna know. It was a comment about, and you're never gonna know. So did we have any other?
Those were the only ones. How many episodes do we have left this season?
So for this season, we have, we just would have put out Mothra vs. Godzilla. So we have, and I'm going to go ahead and list them all. The list is actually public. It's on our Facebook page. Mm-hmm. If you search Record All Monsters podcast on Facebook, it's our header image, or what do they call that? Your cover photo. It's our cover photo. It's a little graphic that has on one side about half of the movies we're covering, and this side, the other half. So we just did Mothra vs. Godzilla. Next week, we'll be talking with author John LeMay, who I think it's safe to say is a friend of the show at this point.
Yeah.
He's actually been really helpful behind the scenes, too, and you'll see some of that stuff coming to fruition soon.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking with him about Ghidorah, the three-headed monster.
Bitty,
If you're
bitty,
old
bitty.
school. And if you're new school, that's Ghidorah, the three-headed monster.
Bitty, bitty, bitty.
And if you're really old school, it's three giant monsters battle for Earth. Or greatest battle on Earth.
Yeah.
But we'll be talking with John LeMay about that 2 weeks after. So we have one more mailbag coming up, mailbag number 7. Mm-hmm. And then we're not going to have any more mailbags for this season. Mm-hmm. So get your mails in.
Yeah.
Get your mails in. You can contact us at recordallmonsterspod@gmail.com.
You can still email us and we'll probably answer you.
Oh yeah, probably, most likely.
Yes.
We'll throw it in somewhere. recordallmonsterspod@gmail.com. We're on Facebook at search Record All Monsters Podcast. On Twitter at MonstersRecord. On Instagram at recordallmonsters.pod. And you can find us at all of those places, and you can message us at all of those places. The internet's a wonderful place for the most part. Mm-hmm. Except for all the corners with Nazis. Those are bad.
Agreed.
Speaking of Nazis, the next movie we're going to be covering after Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster is Frankenstein Conquers the World, which some of you have seen and know why that's related to Nazis. The rest of you can join Nathaniel Ross Smith in finding out why when we get to episode 16. After episode 16, we have a surprise. A little surprise. A little bitty surprise. Actually, that might be when the last mailbag is.
Yeah.
But after that, we will be getting to Gamera, finally. The Titanic Terrapin makes his entrance. He's one of my favorites, and I'm very excited to talk to him.
You're gonna talk to Gamera? If only.
I'm very excited to talk about him. We're going to talk to Parker and Q about that one. They're coming back. They were here for Godzilla's auspicious debut, and they're here for Gamera's. I'm very excited about that.
It's going to be fun.
We actually recorded that one not too long ago, maybe? It was a lot of fun to record. We had different audio equipment then, but I just checked back and it's pretty solid.
Good.
Solid. It's better than the Godzilla the King Kong versus Godzilla one, when all the mics failed. After Gamera, invasion of Astro Monster, aka Monster Zero. After Monster Zero, that's it for Godzilla movies on this season. But we have 3 more episodes after 18, which will be The Magic Serpent, which is a fantasy film set in feudal Japan that's kind of like a cross of Star Wars and every myth.
Yeah, and there's some delightfully derpy kaiju.
Oh, they're wonderful.
At the end.
They're wonderful. Mm-hmm. And after Magic Serpent, we'll be getting the second Gamera movie, Gamera vs. Barugon, and our season finale is going to be War of the Gargantuas. But there are little surprises in between all of those episodes, and we will have kind of a secondary season finale after War of the Gargantuas, but that's in its planning stages. That's a surprise. And also, that's not the giveaway. The giveaway is coming up. You'll hear about the giveaway probably around episode 17. But we've settled on what that's going to look like now. And someone will be very, very lucky. Initially we were going to have 3 prizes. We have condensed the 3 prizes into one grand prize. because it didn't make sense to keep them, the items that we were giving away, separate.
Yeah.
But, Courtney? I love you.
I love you too.
What are we doing now?
I think that's everything that we have. I'm sorry that we don't have more mail or banter for you on this fine evening or morning or day whenever you're listening to it.
It's really weird because we record these mailbags usually at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do most of my editing like mid-morning before I go into work. And then the episodes come out at 6 a.m. on Fridays, Central Standard Time, for those of you paying attention. So, like, even when I'm putting it together, that's why I always in the intro say, today on Record All Monsters, because I don't know when you're listening. Like, if you're listening to, like, 800 of them in a row.
Yeah, just binging those podcasts.
I don't know if you're doing... So, that's always an accurate statement. Today on Record All Monsters. Because you're listening to it today, you're never listening to it tomorrow.
That's a good quote. I like it.
Yeah. T-shirt?
Maybe.
Listen to it today. Because you can't listen to it tomorrow.
No.
Hey, why don't you send us your T-shirt ideas? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway. I'm trying to think of other podcast sign-offs, because we have ours. But there's also, like, I like the Weekly Planet a lot. There's Grab That Gem, you guys. We'll see you next week. I like Behind the Bastards, which used to be I love about 40% of you. And I thought that was really funny. But he's not using it anymore. So maybe that's open. Brandon T. McClure of Conversation, Fake Nerd Podcast. His is Stay Fake Nerds. I like that. Okay. Bye. Bye. But also our sign off.
Oh wait, before that, be safe. There's still a pandemic going on.
There is still a pandemic going on. Are you vaccinated? I'm vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. Remember, I was like dying on the next outro to the Gorgo episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just be safe. Be aware of your surroundings.
Memories. And be kind to people. Just be nice. And while you're being nice, remember that monsters are...